So I realized that a lot of the snarkers, they don't even know what they're supporting. Back when my son was first diagnosed with cancer, a lot of our followers encouraged us to make a wish list, and things were going really well. People were getting him stuff off his wish list. He was so happy every time he got a present. It brought him a lot of joy. And then the Redditors found out about it. So again, Donnie has stage 4 neuroblastoma. It only has a 50% survival rate. So this wish list was for him. A couple things were actually purchased, but almost everything on here was reserved. And reserved means it wasn't really purchased. Someone just said they purchased it. So what happened was the Redditors went through things like this, and they said they bought it when they didn't, just to make it so that the whole wish list would be brought down. And the sad thing is, one of the people who I know is responsible had 3 wish lists of his own. I know because I also had a family wish list. The format that I was using was like a wedding registry, and so it told me the names. Like, for example, one of the people responsible for destroying my son's wish list was a teacher named Mike Menard. I actually was able to find all his information because his wife was commenting in my live, and I was able to go to her page, and from there I was able to find her Facebook and his Facebook. Now, the family wish list was really just a wish list, like things that we wish we had. Maybe someone could get it for us, and maybe they wouldn't. Honestly, it was things that I wanted to get for the kids at some point too. It was just for fun. But, you know, I don't understand why they felt the need to destroy it. Like, it's not like it affects them if we have a wish list. But this specific item, they knew Donnie's obsession with skeletons because they watched all our stuff. And here is Mike Menard reserving this item that he knew was for a little boy with cancer. And they knew. They knew that they were destroying the wish list of a little boy with stage 4 cancer. They knew that. They don't care. And I just wanted you to know, you current snarkers, that that's who you're aligning yourself with. You're also aligning yourself with people who have sent death threats to my family and said, your cancer baby is your punishment. I hope you and all your children die. Maybe in your head, you think, you know, that you care about the kids and you're helping them by forcing us into poverty, but you're not. I actually went to the Reddit. I was looking at it. I was curious. And I saw some comments saying, you know, she could just get a job as a bus driver, or she could just get a job making minimum wage. I literally can't. Unless I'm making around $9,000 or $10,000 a month, we are in poverty. I cannot afford my family off of $1,400 a month. Maybe you can. Maybe one kid you can do that, but I cannot. Even if we got food stamps, so they're like, oh, and she could get 1,800 food stamps a month. Wow. You think you can feed 15 people with $1,800? That's crazy. Maybe if we lived off of cabbage water and rice and pretty much starved and never had snacks and never had anything ever, maybe. It costs $4,000 a month to feed my family. It costs about $1,000 a month just for the utilities for my household. I also have taxes because I'm a property owner, and car insurance and car repairs and clothes and shoes and, you know, gas and all that stuff. So I need a lot of money just to survive, and I cannot afford to just have a regular job like you people think that I can. And it's really frustrating that people want to dictate how we live our lives because they're offended. They're like, oh, kids can't consent. This is just YouTube. My kids aren't having sex. I, as their parent, can consent to them being online if I don't see a problem with it. And they also don't see a problem with it. The ones that don't want to be shown aren't shown, or they just hide their faces. Now, the only time I ever made a comment in the snark group, of course, I was immediately blocked. I was very polite, and I was answering some questions because people had questions about my health. Why do I have sick days so often? So I have chronic kidney disease. One of my kidneys was removed. I almost died multiple times, actually. This isn't just a case of, oh, she has one kidney. Plenty of people are fine with only one kidney. No, I have one barely functioning kidney. So my body doesn't always have the energy to stand for 2 hours to cook dinner. And that's something people don't understand. So yeah, there's nights where we just have SpaghettiOs, and it's not like I'm sitting over here eating a fat steak dinner while my kids are eating SpaghettiOs from the can. On SpaghettiO nights, I am also eating SpaghettiOs. So again, I just feel like people take things out of context. Like when I showed videos of, oh, look at my kids trashed their room, I'm not saying, hey, we live like this all the time. I'm saying my kids trashed their room, now I have a mess to deal with, and then I cleaned it up. But again, people, they just want to see what they want to see, and they want to take things out of context so that they can justify hurting my family, so they can justify taking food out of our mouths, so they can justify taking Christmas away, they can justify, you know, shoving us into poverty. Like when we first started our TikTok, we were able to get by because that was when all the stimulus and everything was happening. I don't have that anymore. To be honest, I don't even know how I'm gonna provide for my family now, because everything that I worked for 3 years was just taken away because other people's personal beliefs. I don't think your personal beliefs should dictate how we live our lives.